Like and everybody asked me, you're a rocker. Well, hold up, he plays rock and she's the Etiquette. How do y'all do this? What's going on?
Because I like it.
And then we have this one side where I'm like, yeah, I'm a rocker, dude. Shit, I get to be that one guy, but then, I can, relax. Yes.
Walk down the red
when she
carpet.
does that, I'm like, okay, I better rock out. Because sometimes like I have to ask the question, okay, am I a rocker or am I Chris, I'm an engineer.
Well, how should I be
tonight? Rocker, engineer. But she always, rocker.
Welcome to Couples Unfiltered. I'm Lionel, a retired Marine drill instructor and master sergeant, and a widower learning to navigate life after loss.
And I'm Natalie, a retired nurse, also widowed, and now together we're navigating grief, healing, midlife changes, family dynamics, and everything in between.
Join us as we have real, unfiltered conversations about love, loss, and relationships.
We'll share stories, talk to others about their journeys, and drop a few cheat codes for making relationships work.
Listen, it's raw, it's real, and it's unfiltered.
Let's get started.
Today, we are sitting down with two incredibly accomplished individuals who have built a strong identity in their own fields and an even stronger bond as a couple. Elaine Swann is a lifestyle etiquette expert, speaker, author, and founder of the Swann School of Protocol. Her work helps people lead with confidence and respect in their area of life. Her husband, Christopher Swann, is a gifted musician and creative visionary who brings an entirely different kind of energy to this world. He spent his years performing, producing, and composing, and lives and breathes an artistic life. As different as they are publicly, it might seem that way. However, they've built a relationship that absolutely works. So I want to say welcome and thank you for being with us, Chris and Elaine Swann.
Hey.
We are here.
We're so glad to be here.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for having us. We're so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
We finally got it together. We were asking for a while, but we always like to start out kind of talking about how we met.
Yes.
And because I feel like every time we meet a couple, it's such like an organic situation. This one, however, how I met you was not as organic because I literally was seeking you out. But it wasn't for the podcast. It was for our Juneteenth celebration. And I had no idea that you were even local until I started to kind of go down that rabbit hole and look for you. And I found out you were local. And so we reached out for your school to be present there. And you said yes. And I was like, wait, she's going to come? Not like she's sending someone to come? So I wasn't expecting that. And I was very honored that you said yes to that. So I got so excited. And with every person who was asking us, who's going to be there? My immediate response was, you were first. Oh, you were the first company. I was like,
yeah.
So is Elaine Swann and her Swann School of Protocol? Do you know who she is? And people would be like, yeah, I think I've heard of her before, So it was great that you said yes, and we really appreciate that. That was a huge win for us.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I had an epiphany right now.
Okay.
We met much longer before Juneteenth.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I was working at the Army and Navy Academy.
Okay.
And I was stepping in as the marketing director. And we met at a chamber event, and we were talking about you coming down to work with the boys and teach etiquette for the students.
My goodness.
And then I want to say it might have been COVID that happened before we can even do anything.
Yes.
But we ended up leaving the school. But yeah, I remember.
And we must have not been dating then, because I'm sure you would have told me.
No, we were. I literally just remembered because we went to an Oceanside event.
Yes.
It was a chamber event in Oceanside.
Okay.
And
my goodness. I would have loved to have done that too.
They needed it big time. I mean,
that
who a
darn
kid
COVID
doesn't?
messed up so many great opportunities, but other things were born out of it. But that's so great. Oh, all right. Well, if you know any more people there, look, give me a referral. I'll take the referral.
Absolutely.
I know. It's almost like you need people to like have people out there in the world kind of like getting people together and making, not that you don't have great marketing, but with that, and especially with children, you almost have to have people that know someone that says they're comfortable enough to say, hey, your kid should probably go check this out. You know, I think your kid would benefit from this, you know, or something, you know. But so true. I think it's a great niche. And for the people who haven't had parents raise them from a certain generation. Sure. You know, that the whole idea of etiquette is really kind of not, I mean, the idea that you're teaching it seems so foreign.
Well, you know, it's interesting that you say that because I get that so often. People go, oh my goodness, it's such a lost art. And where did it go and so forth? And I say, well, the lost part of it is the rite of passage, the standard where folks had to go through this training, and it was part of it was embedded in American society, if you will, right? So that's the thing that we're not seeing anymore. Right. But the fact that someone has gotten on your nerves and did something inappropriate and or was maybe offensive or something, and that somebody else wants that person to do better and would want to seek help in that, that has not gone away. And so that's where we thrive in the work that we do. So I'm excited about that.
I think that this is something that is it's needed more than people realize, because I find myself, well, I've been told by others, and I know this about myself, that I'm a little too far on the end of needing to be perfect. And when it comes to communication or making choices or, you know, hosting, and then I have this need to make others around me kind of live up to the standard. So I have to catch myself and kind of, you know, wrangle myself back in. But being in a new relationship with someone at a later age, he has been able to gently, because he's just getting to know me, you know, without the journey of the 43 years before I met him, and kind of like showing me that, why are you so worried about this kind of stuff? You know, like that's surprising. I'm like, oh, do I look like I'm worried about that? You know, like, so he's shown a light on that part of me. Okay. And it's made me question a lot of things now. I'm like, oh, should I not worry about this so much? Or maybe I'm not worried about it enough because I'm trying to back off, you know? So we've found some things in each other that, you know, I've got some questions for you.
Okay. Because I've already got some answers. I'm like,
but you know, there's relationship etiquette too. But,
oh my goodness, and that is a space where I thrive, and B, am asked so often about so many different things, and I take pride in being able to share a practical perspective with people, and also real, to where it's not always just very staunch and hard in these rules, and you have to find, but it's very fluid, because that's what relationships look like. So the relationship part of it is great. And everywhere I go, I was just at an event not long ago, and it was a business event, and I was there to talk and lead and so on and so forth. And a gal comes up to me afterwards. She says, I have a question. And it's not about what you talked about today. It's more relationship driven. And she dove in and shared and asked my advice, and I was able to share my thoughts with her. So much of what I share is relational, whether it is whether you have an intimate relationship with someone, whether it's a work relationship, a family relationship. It's so relationship driven, relationship with your neighbors. And so I have a segment on the Today Show that I do. It's called Relationship Court. Yes. Etiquette edition. And so I share my advice with folks in terms of relationships. And so it's certainly something that's necessary, and it lives in our society today and in our lives.
Absolutely. And it's going to continue to live.
It is. And I mean, with Chris, you have practical application. And does it get hard for you as the husband of the author, the founder of Etiquette?
Let's see. No, it's very easy. Elaine is she's very easy. I guess this time in my life, I was prepared all the years, you know, just growing up and being around my parents, sister, experiences. And when I got to that point where I was decided to like, I want a wife. And I thought and sat a couple of years. And I had thought, and when the time came up, and he said, Elaine, I was like, and it clicked. And so it's pretty easy.
Well, because, and what he's referring to is that we were introduced 10 years before we actually started dating. So we were introduced like, this could be you all could be the best couple. And we thought yes, but we just didn't. The timing wasn't right. Yeah. So we were around each other a lot for 10 years. And then 10 years later, then that's when he's referring to someone.
So 10 years later, I just made my decision. And I was like, oh, she's the one. And when we spoke and when we talked, it just made sense.
So you guys are both native here?
No. Okay. So I grew up here in California. I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, but my family is from Panama. So I'm Panamanian, and I'm a first generation U.S. citizen. That's it. Born here in the U.S. So I grew up here. We moved around a lot when we were younger, but this is where we landed in my formidable years. My husband is from Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I'm from Washington, D.C. Grew up in Prince George's County.
Okay.
But I always wanted to come to California. So
you are California.
I cleaned my slate. I was like, I'm leaving this area. I became a surfer, playing music. This changed my whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
I didn't want that lifestyle, that city lifestyle. It wasn't for me.
Natalie took my city lifestyle.
Oh, she did?
She was like, listen, you're going to be here. The Timberlands go away. The leather coat goes away. Here's your Birkenstocks. It's like, welcome to California.
Oh, let me tell you my story. I came out here with Timberlands as well.
He did?
Yeah, and a leather coat. And they gave me flip-flops and a T-shirt.
Yeah, I had a lot of leather coats and suede coats and all kinds of coats. I'm like, what are all these coats? You need a closet for these coats.
Cool.
They're just going to collect moss. Because they're not going anywhere in this weather here.
We rarely use them. Except for when you go back to the East Coast and you take the coat with you. That's the only time you use it, yeah.
But my wife, she's very easy for me.
Well, one of the things I admire about you guys as a couple, and, you know, I've watched you intentionally.
Okay.
However, not, you know, like it's something I like to watch you guys because I think your dynamic together being so different. And I mean, I don't know you guys so intimately that I can say you're so different. I'm sure there's a lot of things you guys have in common, but similar in personalities. But the fact that if I were to not know you, but describe you, I would describe you as more of a free spirit. And, you know, anybody who's artistic and musical like that, that free spirit, you can kind of just perform on a dime you don't care who's watching. You feel comfortable on a stage and all of those things. Not that, you know, you don't. But then you have this brand of this, you know, not perfection, but doing things the proper way.
Very proper.
Right?
I'm very proper.
Yes. And I mean, but not uptight at the same time.
Right.
So you exude this comfortability with being proper, right?
Yeah.
But when I think of the two of you together, whoever said you guys would be good for each other, I don't know if they were thinking that you needed each other, like offset, or if they just felt that there was some kind of personality.
I think they saw the personality thing.
I think it was the personality.
Yeah, that had to have been it. Yeah, because it is.
He kept on saying,
Christmas card.
I know the girl for you, man.
Yeah.
For you. All right.
Well, I think what was so cute is that I have to talk about this one specific thing. And okay, so like, I think I've talked to you about this before. So because I'm uptight. When my husband, my silly nerdy husband, starts acting like really nerdy, and I guess I could like classify.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
I would classify it as like close to embarrassing me.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Which is probably my issue. I don't know how to shut him down, you know, or I don't know how to shut myself down. Like, I'm not the person who's going to dance when everybody's up dance. I'm not going to get up and dance. It's not me, you know, and I probably have some issues in my life that probably I could go to a therapist and they can tell me why.
Okay.
But, you know, so,
therapy is a good thing.
yeah. And I mean, you know, Yes, therapy's a good thing. I've had therapy. But the fact that you are so cute, he gets up there and he's playing his guitar and he's singing, and you just are like a fangirl and like sitting on the back of the couch just cheering him on, and you're so excited. And I think that's so cute, and I admire that. Okay. And I wish that I could honestly be a cheerleader that way. And not that I don't internally feel like I'm supportive and doing all of the things, but to outwardly just let all the concern about who's watching go away and just be all in and cheer for my people or my man or whoever it is, I've never been that way. So I guess my first question is,
yes, I've married a groupie. No.
That's the word. That is the word I was looking for, because I said fan, but that's the word I was looking for. But I think it's so cute. And the thing is that I see that and I think that's how I want to be. That's how I want to be. I feel like I want to be that way on the outside, and it looks great. You don't look like you're embarrassed, or I'm not embarrassed for you, or whatever would be the thing I'm thinking is going to happen when people are looking at me that way. But I love to watch you do that. And I think that's very important that's part of your brand. Would I say your brand? Because even though you're proper, when people see the two of you, that's your personal relationship, but that's always going to be your brand, because your brand is you. Yeah. And so you encouraging him to be who he is and the artistic free spirit that he is like so perfect to me. Like that's you're displaying the proper etiquette when it comes to that
support. You got here's the thing, and I hear you and I understand exactly what you're saying. And you shared something in there just a moment where you said that what you view is that I go in and I kind of block everybody else out, and so that's one of the things that you can do. There's two things in what you're sharing. One is when you're kind of in a space and they're doing their thing, because there's not. My husband is a very wise, serious man when it comes to the affairs of our home and our lives and so forth. But in life and him with people, he is unserious. He's he is the life of the party. He's the one. He is going to make jokes and he's the life of the party. My personality as an introvert is I can sit and watch. So I'm the one who can go to an event, right, and not talk to a single person, and watch everything. Yeah. And walk away and say, I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me. And so so that's the part of me that connects with him in terms of that I'm present and I'm watching whatever it is. So whether we're in an instance where he's talking and he's telling his story, the only stories, and talking and so on and so forth, and doing all that and being, silly and nerdy and all that stuff like that. There's that where I can just sit back and do what I do, which is to just watch. I don't have to be. And in addition to that, I know that people are making an assessment of who he is and not necessarily who I am.
Now that's where my brain needs to separate.
Your brain has to tell you that they're looking at him and they're going to walk away and they're going to say, wow, he really has, he's so humorous. They're not looking at you. If people look at you, they're going to look at you and say, wow, she's lucky to have somebody who can make everybody laugh.
And I feel like that's what keeps being reinforced to me.
Yeah.
But yet I still have this, I know it's going to take some time, but I do still have that. I'm so conscious, and it's more of a they. It's not him. It's they're saying they. Yeah. Because we do a lot of things together.
Yeah.
Hence the podcast, right? But at the same time, no. And I watch him, and it's not like he's doing anything so horrible that I'm like, why would you ever do that? We don't talk about anything later. There's never a problem. But I don't think I'm alone in this concern, because I've had friends who have had like spouses or partners that were like, let's say, like one of my questions was like, when you're in like a restaurant and you have an argument with your partner and, this guy would be like wanting to settle the argument right then and there, no matter who's watching. And I'm more of we need to do this later. Like, we'll talk about it later. But he doesn't like to hold on to stuff because you'll see it in his his face, his personality the rest of the night. He's got to squash it and go. But I've been in situations where we've been in situations, which I'm sure a lot of people have, where it's uncomfortable because the other couple is either fighting or one of the partners is, like when they, what's the word I'm looking for? Like put the other one in their place too much, kind of dismissing their opinions and things like that. And it's a little bit disrespectful.
Sure.
Because that's not what we do. But in their relationship, that's how they are. Yeah. And so when you get into a situation where you're uncomfortable because you're trying to ride that situation out with that couple, I'm constantly thinking that that's what people are thinking about us. So I'm, trying to stay.
So what you're describing, let me ask you a question. Are you describing the disagreement where it's just the two of you, and you're trying to work it through together, or it's you and other people and you're ready to still just work it through? What?
More just like if we're disagreeing, but we're in public.
Right, in public, but but are other people present?
Yes, but not involved.
But I'm saying, so are we going to be at the dinner table together and you had a little disagreement and you're saying,
I think that
let's figure this out, and we're eating, trying to we're waiting for you. Are you referring to that?
No. I think.
Are you just saying you're just in a space and there's
just
it's
two
in public?
people happen to be in public at a table like this? That would be terrible.
Okay, so we're not talking about that.
No.
Okay. So then.
Just in public. So he talks with his hands a lot, and he has these very animated facial expressions.
Okay.
So brief background. I have a Marine Corps face.
Oh, okay.
I have a 6-year drill instructor face.
And it's not that face.
No. So it just, but I always say I'm living without skin. So I'm accepting whatever pain that comes, but I'm accepting all the joy. Hence me, moonwalking in the aisle at Albertsons or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, full on, show in the middle of the grocery store.
That's okay, because this one's riding through the house on the grocery cart.
Let Belle Biv DeVoe come on in the grocery store. If Poison starts playing in the grocery store, I'm doing the whole video.
Okay.
But that's part of living without skin, because I spent so much of my life having to be cloaked, or walking around angry, or walking around with some type of protection over me. I don't have to live that way anymore because I got somebody. That will allow me.
We'll be embarrassed by you. I'm just kidding.
So here's the thing. What I'm thinking that you all can work together and figure out, because what I'm hearing is you're saying it's almost like the thing of, I'm not going to go to bed angry. I don't want to leave this moment without us. We really want to be careful. For us, we never leave each other's presence without a kiss. Ever. And we've been married for 20 years, and we just do that because we never know what the next moment is going to bring. So get it. But for you, you're saying, in order for you to really open up, hear, listen, engage, so forth, you want to be in a place that you feel is safer, right?
Right. Is it okay to pass the argument on to a later time?
It depends. And so that my short answer is yes. The long answer is it depends. It depends on what it is. If it's something that feels as though it was just a misunderstanding and can be resolved quickly, and efficiently, so that you can get on with your evening, sure, you can resolve it. If it's something that is going to take a little bit more unpacking, because maybe there was a real big misunderstanding and you just have to kind of lay some things out and you need some space. Right. So what I would recommend that you all do is figure out a phrase, a something that you can say.
That was one of my
questions.
So
that this way, you know it's not going to happen here. Yeah. But at the same time, and then you say, okay, we'll take this on. And then also you can say, for you, I want you to know that for me, this is a simple pass. This is something where we can resolve this right now. And I just really want you to hear the da-da-da-da, and we can be done with it.
Right.
So so that it's a combination. That means what that looks like is some disagreements might end up taking place in public, because you're just trying to get her to whatever. And I just need understand, is that what you were saying? Okay, got it. Now we can move on.
Yes.
Right? Or for you, it's too much. So I'm going to need some time and some space and a safer space for me to really be able to open up. That's what I would recommend you all do. Figure out your phrase, touch.
That was my question for you. Do you guys have sentences? Do you have touches? Do you have phrases? Not to give them to us, but that was my suggestion, is that, if like, you're trying to leave an event, and you got one that's talkative and he takes too long to say goodbye, and to kind of go over and say, we have to be at so and so at a certain time. And instead of him looking at me like, what do we have? What? Where are we going? I'm like, no, that's mess the whole thing up. I'm not having a stroke.
Like, what?
Just ask me. We don't have anything to do.
What's going on?
I looked at your calendar like you told me to.
Why are we leaving now? You're like,
yes. We have signals that we use,
we do.
which is
good.
actually when there was like an awkward moment just now and he kept putting his arm back and forth and so forth. What I was doing is I was reminding him of the signal that we have, because we have a lot of signals about different things. And so I was reminding him of the signal for a certain thing. And so yes, we do. We're very,
So then that leads to the question that's okay, right? That you are kind of wrangling your partner because sometimes they don't see that the situation is not appropriate, what they're doing, or you're, I don't want to say annoyed, but you feel like, okay, that's enough of that.
Well, he's asked me to kind of help him with just conversing with folks. He brought his guitar because that's his, like what'd you say? You said your security blanket. Yeah.
Right.
And so.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the worst one for men, red carpet. Learn how to walk down a red carpet with your wife.
We had to
learn.
practice that. Yes.
You better get it right.
Oh, no, he's not going to be the one that needs to learn.
Yeah.
So what?
It would be me.
It's the
that needs to
thing
learn.
like that.
He's
Well,
got that down.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
for our audience,
Well,
yes.
to that point,
Yeah.
I wanted to say just how much you compliment your wife as well, because we're very observant.
Right.
So the same way that you're fanning is the same way that he's fanning.
Yeah.
And I see him. I watch you watch your wife work, and it's just it's so amazing to see you. And then, like, if something's going on and you got your phone and you're on it, and I'm making sure that I'm capturing every moment that's happening. And I love that.
I love what she does.
Yeah.
I love what she does. With the teaching, training, being on stage, I get it. I know what she's trying to do, and to be in her, just to be with her, to be in her presence, I understand what she needs, and so it's easy for me to support that. It's very easy because this is.
I do want to go back to what you're saying. So our signals are not for if he's getting out of, because my husband goes and goes and goes, and my husband is the type of person to where when we go to an event, he will actually out of his mouth say, who have I not talked to yet? And I am depleted.
Yeah.
So early in our marriage, he didn't quite understand it. When my tank is done, if there's a vehicle, if we've driven there and we didn't, I will go in the car and wait. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Now, early on in the marriage, he was all, are you okay? And he'd come to the car. But after a while, he's like, oh, she's done. So now he just leaves me out there. You don't care,
Really?
But when I can't anymore, I can't. It's when I'm done, I'm done. And so I just go in the car and wait. And now he knows, okay, she's fine. No, one time I heard somebody saying, your wife is in the car. He's like, oh, she's okay.
But see, I think the problem
So
is,
it's more so
she's okay
the
with that.
signals are, it's time to go for us to leave. He knows that once I leave and I'm, if I'm in the car, then that means I'm done. But when it's time for us to go, that's our signals. And then he's also asked me to make sure that he kind of stays, doesn't, he's like, sometimes I tell my stories too long, so make sure you let me know. So that's where that's what we were working on. But I usually try not to,
She lets me be myself.
Yeah.
well, that's
I
where the
enjoy that.
magic is.
Yeah.
And I think that's the point.
And she gets it.
And I mean, it may have taken a few years of you guys being together to realize what works, what blends well. But also, I think it's, for me, I wanted to hear that it's okay to let your partner be completely who they are. And then the only challenge for you is to accept it and tolerate it.
That's it. That's the only challenge.
I don't like to use the word tolerate.
But
you
just
know.
to accept him for exactly who he is. And I do. And the thing about it is I like him, though, because he's actually really, he makes me laugh every day of my life.
Yeah.
And him stepping back and, just saying that, that's Chris Swann.
And it's great. And even the fact that, you go in the car and he's saying, she's fine. And whatever people are thinking about that situation.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's the point, is that it doesn't matter what people are going to have their own opinions and judgments and ideals. And they'll fill in the blanks of what they think is going on in your relationship. But what matters is what's actually going on.
What's going on? Because when he comes out and gets in the car and, he's still animated and telling about, and he knows that I'm not sitting in the car as a passive aggressive maneuver to get him to leave. I'm sitting in the car because I don't have anything else to give. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah.
And he's okay with that. And so, like I said, when we were first married, he didn't quite understand. Once he began to, we talked it out, and I saw, I feel like it's just. Because it's, I'm like to be by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I'm with people, I'm on. People want to hear from me, and so I'm always giving so much, and I have to somehow go and regenerate.
Yeah, you hit a wall.
Yeah.
Well, to the point of what Natalie was saying, the differences and opposites. What's a misconception that people may get of you guys being different?
I can tell you the one thing that I always have to correct is that somehow I have taught him to be a perfect gentleman. That's not so. He came this way in the box. His dad taught him to be the perfect gentleman. That's the one misconception we often get, is that, he's such a perfect. Nope, I had nothing to do with it at all. It's his. It's all thank you, Mr. Swann, because Pop. Because his dad, to this day, his dad is so gracious with his mom. He's such a gentleman. And he definitely taught his son well. So that was a blessing. So that's one misconception.
Good example.
How about you, Chris?
Well, they always ask me, is she hard to live with? Is she hard? I'm like, no, she's pretty easy. She doesn't bother me. We at home with relaxing, chilling. She has a way of doing things, but I like those things. It being neat, charcuterie boards, the way she eats, the way she prepares my food. I never had a paper napkin, never.
In our
and
house.
I would never be, and I know
linen napkins are just part of our lifestyle.
Wow.
Paper plates, maybe the grandbabies come over, we might, have some plates, but that's, she treats me, she just has a way of things that I'm very blessed. I'm a blessed man to be in her presence and that everything is in order. And that's what I like. I like order.
I show you.
Yeah,
that's how she
does.
Oh, yeah.
Because by trade,
I love order.
you're an engineer, right?
Yes, I am. I'm a crazy engineer. Electronics engineering.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Something about that order.
And everybody asks me, you're a rocker. Well, hold up, he plays rock and she's the Etiquette. How do y'all do this? What's going on?
Because I like it.
I know we have this one side where I'm like, I'm a rocker, dude. I get to be that one guy, but then, I can, relax. Yeah. When she does that, I'm like, okay, I better rock out. Because sometimes I'm like, I have to ask the question, okay, am I a rocker or am I Chris, I'm an engineer?
How should I be
tonight? Rocker, engineer. But she always, rocker.
I know we were dating, my girlfriend had asked me, she said, are you sure? Because we were falling for each other really hard once we started dating. And well, first of all, we dated for 6 months and got married immediately, like 6 months later. And we're both born again Christians. We waited to have sex until we got married. We waited.
Right.
Grown folks. We already had children and everything. We waited.
How old were you guys when you got?
30 something. Yeah. Yeah, we were in our 30s. Yeah, we were in our 30s. Yeah.
So you have children together?
We do not have children together. I brought one child to the relationship, and that's all we have. Our daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend had said to me, are you sure you don't like him because he's a musician? I was like, girl, that is why I like him, because he's a musician.
See, I think that's so great.
Like girl,
I wish
see that.
I wish I can play the bass. I can't remember who. Somebody was saying that. It was like, yeah, seeing people play the bass guitar, that's a sexy instrument. I'm like,
oh, that's Renee.
yeah, oh yeah. And I'm like, my dad plays bass.
Okay.
And I'll see him and he'll be tucking his head. I'm like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That was a smile.
Yeah, I like that.
I like him a lot.
Well, that is very important.
Love it.
Very important.
And he's my type, in terms of, I've always, I dreamt of tall, dark-skinned, handsome man, and the Lord just gave me.
Yeah, it was a very calculated decision for me, because it took me like 5 years to make the right decision, to find a wife, because I was looking for a wife. And when my friend called me up, he like called me like 3 times. I'm like, no more blind dates. I'm done with you, right? Then he said Elaine. I was like, and it just clicked. And right then and there, I just like, when I first saw you, remember? He said, how are you doing? I just gave up. I just threw my hands up and dropped my head. I was done with just meeting girls.
I was upstairs the other day in my home office, just today, whatever day today is, the day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I heard him coming in, and we have a house guest with us visiting from out of town right now. So I heard him coming, so I heard footsteps coming up the door, and then he poked his head in the door, and I said, I thought that was you. I heard. And what I was telling, do you remember what I said to you? Tell him what I said.
I heard your footsteps.
But what I say happened. You weren't listening to me. That's okay. I said, I heard your footsteps coming, and what happened? I said,
your heart fluttered. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, my heart started to flutter, because once my ear was, it's my husband's footsteps. My heart, so that's what I told him. I said, my heart was started to beat, because I was like, that's my husband, Yeah.
She greets me with a smile. She touches me. And I'm like, oh, she knows I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Just to come home, and she knows I've been out maybe on tour, or if I've been away too long. She always greets me with a smile, and she touches my chest. I love it.
Well,
she's like, how was your day, baby? And she's just, I'm glad to be home with you.
Oh my God.
So special.
She just makes it so sweet, and and all the trouble goes away.
I love it.
And I can write another song.
And you guys are both like out on the road, doing different things.
Yes.
Sometimes together, sometimes separately.
Yeah.
What would be some advice that you would give to couples that are, striving to build something, either together or adjacent? Like you're on one road, and like I'm on the 15, she's on the 163, but we're still going in the same direction.
Right.
What advice would you give?
You raise your hand. Go ahead, baby.
Well, the advice that I would give is that I know that my wife loves me. I know that we're working together. I know that she has a goal. It needs to, and it needs to be completed, because I know how my wife is. She wants to complete, and so do I. So I understand the role. I understand the assignment, and I don't get caught up in who does this. I get how is it? Are they treating you nice? Do I need to come over there, show my face? Oh no, are they treating you nice? And she's the same with me. Oh, the road is fine, everything's good, the food is good, they treat me nice. I'll be home tomorrow, and we get together, we reconnect. We spend some time together just to reconnect, because we know how it is. People coming at us. Yes. You got you got all this stuff coming at us. Temptations, like I'm a rocker. You have girls screaming at me in my face. I'm like, I know how my wife is. She's like, sell yourself. Go out there, sign that autograph now.
Talk to them girls and make them buy you. Don't come over me. Don't get off the stage and run to me. Run to them so they can buy.
And we always, we work together. I understand. I understand the assignment. We have an assignment. We come together and you have fun. I have fun. Yeah.
Well, you guys have made each other feel very secure in your relationship.
Yeah.
That comes from definitely check-ins are so important. Checking in with each other, and not you have to be in a place to where you are confident that you're as my husband said, in this thing together.
Right.
So that your check-in is not, I'm checking in to see if I can go do some dirt. No, instead your check-in is more that, connecting with each
How
other.
you
We
doing?
share.
What you doing?
But those layers though come with so many things that we already have in place. For ejemplo, for example, okay, we don't have passwords that are not shared in terms of
You have
devices.
access to all of each other's
We have
stuff.
access to
Yep.
everything.
That is very important.
That's one. Secondly, we decided when we got married in terms of our financials, because we were older coming together. I think I was 36 when we got married, right? And so what we determined was we were going to have one household account. That's it. It doesn't matter how much this one pays you, how much this one pays me. Once it hits the dough, it's ours. So we don't do that. So there's one account. Now that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a, because like his royalties and stuff like go into one account, and he does that. That's where he buys gifts and stuff like that.
Right.
And then same thing, my royalties, whatever. So that's a separate thing. But as far as the household and what we're doing, there's one account, so that this way, we don't need to go sleuthing and looking stuff up, because you see it right there. You can log on and see. So there's so much transparency that we have in our relationship,
Right.
and that sets the tone, so that when we're both on the road, we know we have access to. If he's taking pictures on the road, it's going to the cloud that I have access to.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yeah, that accountability is important because it keeps you in your, it feels you have to walk around feeling like there's somebody watching you all the time.
Right.
Not that you would be needing to be concerned about that, but it makes you remember that people are seeing
and
you.
And here's the other way it works. It works to our benefit, because sometimes, let's say, for example, our time zones are not lining up right. And he's like, oh, it's a great show last night. Just go look at the pictures. So I can go and look and see what he did and how, oh yeah, that was great. If there's not time to be like, okay, so we did this and we did that. So we can, and that's just an example, but the transparency from the get-go. So laying that foundation is what has worked for us.
Yeah, we're very transparent.
Yeah.
I think that's something I had to get used to.
Yeah.
In my previous marriage, it wasn't that way. Although we started, dating when I was 17. So I got my account, you got your account, and then we'll figure out,
Yeah.
But that's something that I had to transition into, and it wasn't the most comfortable change. But when you're secure in the relationship and the person that you're with makes you feel safe enough that you trust, then it's not so difficult. But it actually is the best situation. It works because I don't question. Like, I shouldn't even have to ask questions. Like, I should be able to access the stuff I need, but also feel like I shouldn't have to.
Right.
But yeah, that trust is very important. And if you have that business, that's the business side of marriage, right? Where you have those conversations where
we had a conversation to make a determination. How are we going to, because we both, have been married before. And so we had to have a conversation to figure out how we're going to go about this partnership. And this is what works for us.
Yeah.
I remember the moment, the transparency moment that we had, and I believe we were dating at the time. I don't think we were married. I don't think we were married yet. And she wanted to look at a picture or something on my phone. And I said, yeah, here you go. Here's a code. And it was like, just nothing. Here you go.
And I
you
was
have
like,
access.
And you were on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is this what you want? It's like, yes, I
Or
want
even
that.
now, like when I go to ask him for something, he'll just hand me his phone instead of him going to the spot that I asked, and then he'll hand me the phone to do it myself. And my first instinct is, wow, you trust me to go through all of this till I find it?
Yeah.
Not that my late husband was hiding things, but just, if you don't have the routine of that's how things are normally, that's not natural. Because your first instinct when you're young, when you're with somebody, is to question whether or not
everything
you can trust them. Yeah. So you've got to prove to me that I can trust you based on your actions before it's I'm waiting for you to screw up. So is an interest. I mean, I guess that's a mature relationship, right? If you've been in one before and you've had some experience,
well,
you
some
learn
of
the
it is
mistakes.
That's true. The maturity, yes, but at the same time, I think it also has to do with his, personality and his makeup.
Yeah.
Your husband's makeup, his thing, the way he is built is to say, you're his helpmeet. He's like, it's actually helping me in this moment for you to go find it than for me to have to do it, but that's part of who you are.
Right.
And it's
I'm not gonna hide.
it's accountability too, right? Because I want to be accountable not just to God, not just to my wife, but to myself.
Amen.
And in order for me to put these things in motion, in order for me to stay on track, I got to make sure that I'm staying on track for you. I got to make sure, and I got to try. And I mean, I know we all fail, but I want to live like God's watching me. I want to live like she's watching me.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're not going to be perfect, but if I can strive for that, then that's what I'm going to do. And I have to hold myself accountable. So I know some stuff, she's like, well, why you got to do that? I'm like, because I'm holding myself accountable.
Yeah, that's good.
Opening up the door, the car door. Yeah. I'm holding myself accountable.
Yeah, the reel that you recently played talking about how your husband opens the door for you and gets you in the car safely and all those things. We have a whole episode where we talk about chivalry.
Oh.
And I'm coming into this relationship not used to that at all.
Okay.
And just wasn't around it, didn't have examples like that around me because the people I was around didn't have those examples. But this guy comes in with not letting me touch a door. And I come in like, I can do it myself. Like, why are you doing it? I can do it myself. I'm independent, and all those things. So I had to get used to that. It wasn't actually, the episode is called When Chivalry Feels Like a Threat.
Oh.
Wow.
Because it's like a threat to take something away from me. Yeah. So, and that's, I mean, I have issues.
Yeah, no, but that's
Look, my wife will be at the door like,
now I'm like that because I'm like, wait, I can't touch the door. Wait, I'm not doing anything, and that's kind of an old school. It's an old school thought process, and that is going away. And with the activism and everything,
right. But there's still some young men whose parents who's there's young men whose dads and are instilling in them this. So it is further and further in between. The other fight is the woman who's like, wait a minute, because I get that, and the reason why I'm saying this is I'll teach at universities, and they'll say, well, what? This is how I was taught, but the girl I was dating said that her mother raised her to be a strong, independent woman. And I said, then she's not your match.
Yeah.
The match is the one who says, okay, well, thank you. I didn't. That feels pretty good.
Well, it's
if you were
always the
still
thing.
incredibly resistant
Yes.
then that's not a match. But the fact that you're saying, okay, well,
Yes.
I'm kind of liking this soft life.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because my life I was not living a soft life.
Okay.
And although I would have moments where, I felt like I was upset that someone didn't open my door because maybe I was dressed up or, we were out on the town and that's when the man would open the door for you when you're dressed up or when people are watching. And so there was an expectation at moments like that. But it's funny because I feel like there's a lot of women like me who want that in theory, but then when it happens, they are wondering where it's coming from the guy. Is it just temporary? Is it just because it's the beginning? Are you always going to be like this? If you do this now and then it goes away, then I'm going to be having some kind of feelings about that. So I guess my issue was more of giving him like a grace period of seeing if it was going to go away.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of like keeping myself guarded from liking it too much because then if it went away, I would feel like that was a huge disappointment.
Now, how many years do you all have together?
We've been
Only
married
5.
for 5 years. We've been together for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. But I mean, we were married. I was married 26 years. He was married 22 years. So,
Okay.
we have.
So now
we
this
have
is
some,
a whole nother lifetime.
Yeah. Life part
starting
two.
together.
But we can just skip a lot of the BS,
Right.
Yeah.
Because, we know how to do it the way we should have done some things.
And that's what's great. I think that's one of the things that we enjoy is because of the fact that we did get married older after another marriage. Our house is peaceful.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I think that people notice about our house too, is that it feels very peaceful. There's no fighting. I mean, I even have friends, or I even have family members who stay with me every once in a while, or stay for a long period of time where they can evaluate the whole situation. And they're just like, wow, you guys like never fight. And I'm like, fight is not the word. It's not the word. You don't fight. You disagree, fair. You sometimes get, heated or whatever, but you can respect each other in between there. And you have to consciously be working on trying to keep that respect, It's hard. That's what easy marriages look like, but it's what's hard about easy marriages, right? Yeah. You're consciously trying to have an adult conversation. And if you have to, I always say, like, pretend like you're talking to your boss. Disagree with your spouse like you would disagree with your boss. You wouldn't go off on your boss.
Yeah.
You would be respectful because you would hate to lose that opportunity.
I think we're so careful about what we say to each other. That's
Can't take it back.
It matters. It matters. And if you have children, it's important what you say and what they hear, because you're teaching them how to argue with their spouse or their boss, however it is.
Kids are paparazzi.
Yeah.
They're seeing and taking mental pictures of everything that we're doing.
So I stay in tune. When my wife, when she's in public, or around the kids, or I just try to stay in tune with what we are, because I know our lives are moving. I know she stays in tune with me as well, but I would just try to stay in tune, and I'm not gonna say stay in my lane, but take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it gets tough and hard, and sometimes you have to make those decisions. And she would let me make the man decisions, because I'm like, I have to do this. Yeah. Let me just do this. And she'll like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me be
That's
the man.
when he's telling me stand down.
But she knows, like,
that's what he means by that. Because I'm
a bull in the china cabinet.
Like,
when I make stuff happen, I'm a bull in the china cabinet.
Yeah.
If she needs something, or something needs to be dealt with, I'm the bull in the china cabinet.
Yeah, and she'll pull that card when she needs it, right?
Yeah,
but
she'll step back. Oh, let him go.
Yes.
She knows.
That's beautiful. Well, I think that you guys are a great example of, first of all, being married for 25 years and still...
No, 20 years. This year will be 20.
20, okay.
Yeah.
21.
20 right now. January, we will be married 21 years.
Okay. That's very long time. And that you guys not only show that respect in public to each other, like you're that example in public, but also that it's real, and that you guys are genuinely, and you can see it. You can see that it's genuine. I don't care how good of an actor you are. It's impossible. I watched you guys like intensely, purposely on several occasions. And then, kind of just going down the rabbit hole of Googling you, because you're very Googleable. But there's not a lot about you guys together as a couple, because you independently have your own kind of things going on, or, business and brand or hobbies or whatever. That you guys are always kind of separated as far as that's concerned. But when you're together, it's like a whole third thing that's going on. And it's great. I love it. Yeah, we're so glad we met you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
And we're so glad we met you too.
Yeah.
What are you doing after this? We haven't had dinner yet.
I know. Well, let's go to dinner. I just got to make sure my kid got home, because we had a situation with school. I think he's home though.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys want to, that's
absolutely.
That'd be great.
Well, let's take a moment, because I want to get this in your hand.
Okay.
So you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Look at it.
Go ahead, baby. What are you gonna say?
It is finished. No, I'm sorry. No, it's done.
This is my new book. It's called Elaine Swann's Book of Modern Etiquette, and this is being revered as the etiquette book of the century.
Yes.
It has all things. It's interesting because this is 20 years of my etiquette, 20 plus years, because I've been doing this. I launched my etiquette consulting business in 2003. And so this particular book is the culmination of all of the stuff, even though some things are outdated, not in this book. This is all modern. So in this book is everything. It takes the reader from, whether you're everything from greeting your neighbor to having folks over to your house and you have cameras in your home, how to handle that, charging your smart car, dining etiquette, business travel, hosting events in your home, which is really nice. But the wonderful thing about this particular book is that it's a legacy book. So there will never ever be a paperback of the book. I do have to do an audiobook. The publisher said.
Yay.
So
It's necessary.
it's nearly 400 pages. But it has charts and it has graphs and it has everything in it. And it's really just everything in the kitchen sink that takes my entire career as an etiquette professional and seals the deal. The thing that's wonderful about this particular book is this is the very first post-modern, post-pandemic etiquette book that's been this comprehensive, that is written from scratch. Meaning, for example, the Emily Post family. Emily Post wrote the very first book on etiquette here in the United States over 100 years ago. Her grandchildren and great-grandchildren are running the company and it's still continuing with the brand and have revised her book that's 100 years old. So they've modernized it and they've revised it and it's really great. This is the first one that's been just from scratch altogether, that's been this comprehensive ever since the pandemic. So for example, in this book, I am telling people in the business arena that yes, it is acceptable to do a fist bump at a business event. That's just what our world looks like now.
Right.
So I'm really excited about this book. I'm not sure about when podcast comes out, so I'm being very careful to keep it evergreen. The book is available at retailers nationwide.
Right.
And I'm super proud of this book. There's so many different meanings behind it, but this has been quite a journey. And we say a journey. I got the book deal last year, and it's been something.
Well, I think that this is the perfect Christmas gift. And this is one of those things that you cannot insult someone by giving them this book, because what everybody needs to learn about just life is that, we are moving towards a generation of kids and people behind us that just don't really have.
They don't have it.
All of this knowledge.
Between social media and our ability to connect with people electronically, it's somewhat retarded our social skills.
Yes.
And so this book helps. And I want you to just feel the book.
Yes, I will. Yes,
feel it.
it's very velvety.
Yes,
I love the tree. Is that a tree of life?
Yes, tree of life, tree of wisdom, knowledge. Yes,
That's
beautiful.
That's part of our
yeah.
genes.
I don't want to feel it.
Oh, you don't?
I do not.
Okay.
Because mine is coming.
Right.
I ordered it. I've been watching my Amazon.
Yeah.
It is coming.
You want
Yes,
to have
it
the
is.
first.
It's
I want to
Let's take it out.
I want to take it out.
Yeah.
It's very elegant.
Thank you
It's
very much.
very
And
nice.
there's so much. There's
She
so
worked
much
very
meaning.
hard on
That's a
that
whole
one.
other conversation. But there's so much meaning behind the book, and in terms of all the tree, the gold, the color, the
I see
everything.
it. I
and
know.
it's all meant to be luxurious. This is the type of book that you do place on your coffee
yes.
table or in your personal
We've
library
got
at
a
home.
space waiting
Yes, we
for
do.
it.
Yeah, that was intentional. That was intentional because it is a legacy book. So this goes into our family trust, and the generations that come behind us, they will do what the Emily Post family is doing, which is redoing, adding more to the
Yes.
book and
And this
so
is
forth.
this
Absolutely.
is when we get ours, we'll be sure to unwrap it in your presence.
Oh,
So
that'd
that
be
you can
nice.
sign
Yes.
it, please.
Yes, I would love to.
I'm not
know what?
standing in line to sign
Absolutely.
the book, man.
No.
I'm gonna call you and be like,
That's right.
"Can
Like,
I,
girl, come
by?"
sign this book. I will come sign the book. Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll
Yes.
invite you to the speakeasy.
Oh,
Because
yes, I'm all
there's-
about. I cannot wait to see that.
There's
you
a
all
space.
told us about it.
There's
Okay.
a space for that to go.
Is
Yes,
there?
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah, so
Miss
please,
Swann.
where can people go to see more information about
Oh,
your...
certainly. Yeah. So people can visit my website, elaineswann.com, and that's Swann with 2 N's. And you can learn all about the book itself, purchase the book. And in addition to that, for individuals who are interested in maybe launching their own etiquette consulting business, one of the things that I do is I train other people and I help them launch an etiquette business of their own. And so if that's something people are interested in doing, it'd be great. With that, they can go 2 routes, either their own business or they can launch a Swann School. So we have over 30 independently owned and operated locations throughout the U.S. And so it brings me joy to mentor so many women and gentlemen who are interested in the etiquette consulting business, and I'm always happy to help. So elaineswann.com, and my husband is Chris Swann Music, where you can hear his most recent EP. He just released an EP several months ago, and
Jump Up,
has
Jump
another
Down.
single. Jump Up,
Yep.
Jump Down was his first single, and it has another one coming out, right?
Yes, we're thinking about which one. Dirty Water, or what's the other one? Where you from?
Okay.
So
Well, I enjoyed watching you and Lionel. What is that called?
Oh, yeah,
When you get together, gig or whatever.
Oh, we just jam. Oh, yeah, we had a good
jamming.
jam.
Get some proper words.
We had a blast. Man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, that was
That
cute.
was
I
good.
loved
That
it.
was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
No, I said, you're so cute.
Oh.
The way he just looked at you when you said gig or jam, he looked at you like,
Because I try to keep up with
my
his
baby.
his isms and his things.
He just looked at you like, my baby.
Like, she got it. I'm trying. Oh my
You
gosh.
all are a sweet couple.
Well,
You really,
thank
really
you.
are. I
Thank
love
you.
you. You know,
Thank
there's
you.
this thing that even with the differences, that clearly there's a thing that's magnetic that brought you all together.
Yeah.
And it still yet complements. And I think all of the wonderful, pristine things about your wife brings you joy, clearly. And I'm sure he makes you laugh.
Oh no, he has been. I call him
Not
a
that
unicorn.
you're silly, but I'm
No,
just
he's
saying
silly.
she
He's
needs
silly.
to laugh.
Oh, yes.
I do.
Yeah,
But
but-
he's
and-
my unicorn. He
Yeah.
has changed a lot of things in my life. So
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Oh.
my safe space.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't need therapy. He's my therapist.
Yeah.
no, I
yeah.
do.
When you
but
find
yeah.
that, you can go, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
gets
Yes.
me, and he's
Yeah.
patient. You know, so he's
that's
learning who I
good.
was, and he's teaching me who I am, and he's like I always say, he's my mirror. So he's showing me who the person is. Sometimes I even forget.
Yeah. But you know what I think is great about it is one of the things you said very early on is that he brought something to your attention and you said, oh, okay, well, am I doing too much? Should I pull back? And you're learning, because I do have to say, my husband taught me to relax. He did. Well, our first early dates, it was always some sandals and high heels and so forth. And he stopped on one of our early dates. Remember when you said, do you have flip-flops? Remember when you stopped and he stopped and went to a store and bought me some flip-flops, because everything was like, I had to be. And so he, got me some flip-flops and said, let's just go walk. And he's a surfer, so my husband surfs, and so when he says, "Let's go," I'm gonna go kiss, whatever, the waves are here. I didn't know there was a whole thing, or they follow where the waves are.
Yeah.
And he'd say he's going to the beach. So me to the beach meant get the thing and the
basket
picnic and the
and the
basket and
blanket and the
put it all
umbrella.
together and so forth. And he was all, "What are you doing? The waves are gonna go. I just want to go to the beach. I don't know if I only want a sandwich. No, I want to jump in the water." So I had to learn to relax.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's impromptu and it's not always so well put together.
Yeah.
And so, he definitely has taught me that. And so now, I can throw on some flip-flops and go somewhere. Whereas early on, like I said, we were dating the whole 6 months we dated.
Yeah.
we waited before we got married 6 months. But, and early in the relationship. So my husband taught me a lot as well. And so I just encourage you, continue to embrace it, because as you grow and morph into this new journey that you're on for part 2, you're going to just absolutely love it.
Yeah, I am. That's beautiful. It's great. Yeah.
If I can, I want to do something impromptu. As we close, Chris, if you wouldn't mind grabbing giving us a little background noise. Okay. If that's
We might
all right.
have to get the microphone adjusted.
Hopefully that's okay.
I saw you blinking like,
I'm looking at our
what's
people.
impromptu?
You saw that?
She blinked
Like,
3 times.
it is not on the script, Lionel.
She was blinking, waiting to see where is he going with this. Go ahead, Mr. Swann.
So I'm gonna let you join in on this one.
Oh.
I'm gonna use my mic for you.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, you're gonna see. That's for your.
Now
Well, he's not gonna be able to talk and play at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
This
pushing
will be
this.
acoustic.
Oh, okay.
But I want
wants
Lionel.
Lionel
Yes,
to talk.
I'll
jam on.
Give it
Okay.
a, he says,
Okay.
take us out, Lionel.
You ready?
So as we close and say goodbye to you all,
Knock on heaven's door.
we'll do a quick 16. And I think this will be really
Just
good.
a little while longer. Oh, keep on knocking on take it away.
In this world of imposters, find the apostle. It ain't hard to tell, he paints pics like Picasso. J. Pollock or V. Van Gogh with the abstract. I'm a little off my rockers, but I stay on track. This game is a marathon, you dudes are running sprints. I flow like Kenyan legs, you got the prosthetic kicks. When I spit, it's evident, I keep this game relevant. I write down these poems like my number 2 was heaven sent. Lyrics so elegant, flow like my tongue was fur. With the words you prefer, do you concur? Refuse to be swayed by him or her, whether I hit the charts or whatever may occur. The reverse of the thought is where dreams get deferred, and what top-notch dudes are hearing the wrong words. Let's chop them up in pieces, let's test the loyalty of the dogs, see what happens when the great ones fall.
Just a little while longer. Take it away. Good.
Thank you again for joining us here at Couples Unfiltered. Thank you to our wonderful guests, Chris and Elaine Swann. Please grab the music, grab the book, continue to stay in love.
Oh, wow.
Keep on knocking on heaven's door. Keep on knocking on heaven's door.
Took my bra off and threw it out.
Keep on knocking on heaven's door. Keep on knocking. I want to sing it together. Knock on heaven's door. Just a little while longer. Oh, keep on knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah. So good, baby.
Oh, love it. Love it.
That was fantastic. That was fun. What a great conversation. I love that it was just a conversation.
Yeah,
You know, we could have been at home. We could have been at home doing the same thing. So that's how natural this is.
Yeah, well, we usually sit with you before, and we do that.
Oh, really?
And then, so when we come in, it's like,
Oh, you like that?
surprise.
No, you're not.
Just a quick reminder, we are not licensed therapists, and everything we discuss here is based purely on our personal opinions and life experiences. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss a future conversation.
This podcast is brought to you in collaboration with A Different Day Radio Productions, a podcast network bringing radio to the modern age. It's recorded at the Film Hub in Vista, California, a creative, collaborative co-working environment. Thank you so much for tuning in.